Greater Good Radio. Connect, learn, heal, and grow.
The Nature Conservancy had a 100th-year birthday, okay? And they'd been in Hawaii for 100 years. And the director and the president approached me, and they said, we want to do a CD. We want to do, 8 or 10 songs, that have to do with the islands and stuff like that. And considering I've had that comment presented to me a million times, and I've done a million of them, I turned it around after just a few minutes and said, why don't we do a DVD with pictures and audio and showing some of the things that you folks represent, the birds that no longer exist, or there's only 2 of these specific birds in the whole world, and they know where they are in Molokai, in this reserve, And I said, I know we can send out letters to all the cinematographers, the photographers, the musicians, all these people. I know we can send a letter to them from Mountain Apple Company and from the Conservancy saying, will you donate your goods, and we're going to make a DVD. We're going to make 20,000 of them, and we are going to give them away. We will never sell it. We are going to give them away to whoever asks, has one. And it took only 20 minutes for them to say, never thought of a DVD, that sounds great, And when we sent out our letters, we got just a multitude of talents and people that said, yes, you can use all of this, and boxes were showing up. Here's film, here's this, here's slides, here's the pictures of all the birds. In fact, one lady says, I have audio. The museum had audio of the birds, that were extinct, that were chirping. And so you could hear their sing, and they would announce the birds. So then I got together with a videographer and myself, and we edited this whole thing together, and we made 20,000 of them. They went out in about a month and a half, and they ordered, I think, another 10,000, and those are all gone too. And that was a community service, and that was a 2.5-year job. That took 2.5 years to put together, edit, and get it the way we all wanted it. It was both informative, it was educational, the graphics were beautiful, and the pictures were wonderful, and it was history, and it was music. It had song beds. It had 6 songs in it that would go from scene to scene, and they'd talk about the forests, the oceans, and they'd talk about all the elements. It was exactly what the Nature Conservancy is all about. So they were tickled that there was a new concept out there. And I've been over to people's houses, and I sort of go over and I nose around in their DVD collection, and it's sitting right there. And I ask them about it, and they say, yeah, every now and then we put that on, like on Saturdays when we're just walking around and stuff like that. Because there's a narrative in some cases, there's a scroll with reading in some cases, and then there's music. You can listen to the music, and you can just drift away with it, It's scenes of like very sacred spots on all of the islands, including some of the Northwest Islands, and it was just a fun project to do. And some really neat people that believed in my talents, and I knew that they were on the right track. It was a really nice relationship.
I know that you don't necessarily do these things because it's going to have some kind of business effect, but 20,000 DVDs, 2.5 years is a substantial amount of time and resources. Did you see anything coming back maybe in a roundabout way at all, or?
No. I really don't think of that, It does happen, like I said, you do one good deed and you're bound to get 5 back, okay? But that's just the universal law in action, okay? I must have put 2,000 hours in this project, of my personal time at home, in my studio, editing, doing all sorts of different things. It was for the community. It was because the shoe fit perfectly. I mean, you're the Nature Conservancy? Well, it can't just be 6 songs. It's got to be nature. Apua, we've got to explain the concept in the kapu system of when you had lands, it was from the ocean all the way up to the highest peak. Then it was a slice, and that's what they had. We have to show them what that meant in the old days, and stuff like that. So it was a labor of love, but it was also hard work.
If you resonate with Greater Good Radio, please join our community at www.greatergoodradio.com. where you can get access to exclusive content and offerings. Hope to see you soon.